Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at a grinder that's honestly in a league of its own, the Ozig Bold. This is not your typical coffee grinder. It's built with a very specific philosophy in mind, extreme precision and a serious focus on grind uniformity. So what makes this grinder different? The Ozik Bold is a single dose grinder, meaning you grind one dose at a time, no large hop involved. But what really sets this grinder apart is the entire engineering approach behind it. This grinder was clearly designed around one core goal: exceptional grind consistency. Everything here is built to reduce variability, minimize fines, and give you as much control as possible over your extraction. The grinder uses 98mm flat burrs, which is already in the realm of high-end commercial gear. But more importantly, these burrs were developed specifically for this grinder in collaboration with SSP grinding solutions. So this isn't an off-the-shelf solution. This is a burr set designed to match the grinder behavior and performance goals. This is one of the most interesting features of the grinder, the magic bean thruster. It's essentially a weight component that sits on top of the beans, preventing popcorning, where beans bounce around and feed inconsistency. Personally, this is one of my favorite features. There's a very common belief in coffee that high RPM creates more fines, but after speaking directly with Ozik, their recommendation is actually a bit different. The grinder operates on a scale from 1 to 10, and they recommend working around 7.5 on the higher side, and here's why. Too fast, more heat buildup. Too slow, increases regrinding inside the chamber. And the regrinding can actually generate more fines and reduce uniformity. So there's a very clear sweet spot here, and it's not on the low end. Instead of a traditional knocker, there's a rotating mechanism at the shot. You simply turn it and any remaining grounds fall right out. Simple, mechanical, and very efficient. The grinder comes with a magnetic dosing cup. It's very convenient to use. It even has a magnifying glass at the bottom so you can inspect the grounds. A bit of a gimmicky but a fun one. One thing to be aware of though, the magnetic hold isn't super strong, so it's pretty easy to knock it loose if you're not careful. There are three main Burr geometries for this grinder. The S, which is best suited for light roast, extremely high clarity, but can lean over acidity if your recipe is not dialed in properly. The C, which I use in this grinder, a really nice balance between acidity and sweetness with a very smooth and silky body. And the E, more body, more depth, works especially well with slightly darker roast. According to the manufacturer, all Burr sets are suitable for everything from espresso to filter. The internal structure of the grinder is designed to eliminate dead space. There are almost no cavities where coffee can get trapped, which results in near zero retention. That means less waste, less mixing between doses, and far less need of cleaning. One of the biggest advantages here is how little maintenance it requires. Because of the zero retention design, it stays surprisingly clean even with heavy daily use. And there's a really nice bonus feature: you can access the burrs without using any tools at all. Now, before I open this up, a quick note. This grinder hasn't been cleaned in almost 3 months, and during that time it's seen pretty heavy daily use. So I'm genuinely curious to see how much coffee is actually sitting inside and whether it really lives up to the zero retention claim. So let's open it up and find out. Alright, so this is something you don't see in every grinder. This is the magnetic system that holds everything in place. Now, this is really interesting part. The burrs aren't just mounted in a fixed position, they actually float relative to each other using a magnetic system. So instead of being rigidly locked, they're able to self-align with extremely high precision. That's what enables what Ozik calls hyper-alignment, a system designed to keep the burrs perfectly aligned under real working conditions. Also, take a look at the internal layout. It's incredibly tight and deliberate. There's almost no empty space for coffee to get trapped, which directly contributes to near zero retention design. And now putting it back together is just as simple. Everything basically guides itself into place, thanks to the magnetic system and the way the parts are designed. No need to calibrate, no need to realign anything manually. It just fits very nice and easy back together. And that's it, you are ready to grind again within seconds. So yeah, that is the Ozig Bold, a grinder that clearly built for a very specific philosophy in mind: precision, consistency, and full control over your cup. It's not trying to be convenient or mainstream, it's trying to do one thing extremely well, and honestly, it shows. If you're someone who enjoys dialing in, experimenting, and really understanding your coffee, this is a pretty fascinating tool to work with. Thanks for watching, And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. See you all in the next one.